boxer will go up the outside line. Okay, that'll be your warm-up.
Okay.
I give them a little warm-up. I don't just put them right into the course. All right? So I give them a little warm-up on an oxer, a little warm-up up the line. And I wouldn't have given that warm-up because she went up the wrong line. I just wanted one single fence. You know, the horse is in front of the leg. He's up in the connection, the straightness, the square turns, the position. And she added up and he kind of flopped. He flopped that fence. That's the 6 line over there.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And you jump this going that way, and I would never have started you on a diagonal. It's like as a 6, that's a pretty hard test. Jumping a line right off the flat. You usually give them a first fence, then you'd hit a line. So you're being generous to them on getting the stride established at first, getting on the pace. All right, but it's fine. You went up that way, the other's fine. All right, let's go jump that oxer. And then you're going up that outside line one more time, and then we'll start our course. That is a 6 over there.
Okay.
And again, this is the warm-up. Should be able to keep 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Keep the rhythm. They have to be able to do that. It's a skill. Can they ride up the line in the distances? All right, Bridget, come on over here. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Now, when you went to your first fence on your oxer, your first track, the first time going up that line, how did that work out?
Not that well.
Why is that?
Because I had the incorrect striding in the middle.
You had what?
The incorrect striding in the middle.
Okay. So so you did an add up, but the horse kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
He jumped over. Why did that happen?
Because I didn't ask the striding, so I guess it was a 6, not a 5.
Okay, so you didn't know what to stride with. That, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So when you rode it this time and went up in the 6, how did it fare?
I had to push a lot because I didn't have enough striding going into the first fence, and we chipped in. So I had to really push, and then we took the second fence a little long.
Right. Okay. So he needs to be a little bit more reactive.
Yes.
Where?
Going up to the first fence and in the middle.
In the middle of the line, or would it be on the landing?
On the landing of the first jump.
Right. He needs to move away from the leg.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. We're going to start the course. Let's make sure you know where you're going. We're going to start out on the quarter line over there, the white. And then we're coming up this line here. It's a 5.
Okay.
And then we're going down the single oxer.
Yeah.
Then we're going up the outside oxer, which rides in 6. All right. Then you're coming down your diagonal line, which rides up in 5. Okay. And again, that is supposed to be, and is that over? Yeah. And this has to be an oxer over here. Is that even? Okay? All right. Okay, when you're ready, Bridget. Ooh. All right, so how did your ride go on your course?
I was happy with the second jump in that combination because I actually got the correct striding, but I didn't get the correct striding going into the first jump. This one, I still didn't get it.
So what was wrong over there? Like on your first one, what was it?
I took off a little short.
Okay, so you're a little deep, right? Okay, right, okay.
And then
How was this line?
that line, we still didn't get the momentum coming off on the landing, so I had to push and I got left behind
Right,
because we took off too long.
okay. What about his flight in the air over here?
It was, I'm not sure.
Did he drift?
Yeah. Oh, he drifted to the outside.
Okay, and what is your correction for that?
Outside leg, outside rein, pushing him over.
Okay, what would you do with the inside hand?
I would open it just a little to get
Okay.
more space.
All right, carry on. Tell me how else the rest went.
I like that singular officer.
Mm-hmm.
That green vertical, we took off long, and then I had to push him a little bit on the landing, but then I took him back during the third stride.
Okay.
To set up properly for the officer.
All right.
And then that diagonal, we took off a little long on the vertical, but I was happy with the officer.
Okay, good. All right. Now, you're going to get the horse that comes in on the rider 6 that actually adds strides. Okay, that's going to happen. And again, these lines were set at 72, 84, over there. Basically, the lines can be shorter, usually 58s for a 4, you know, on a like a 70, 74. They tell you the distances they like to have the lines at. You can have them shorter for the shorter strided horse. If a horse is cantering around a course and actually adds every single line, in the hunter world, that's a cardinal sin. All right? They accept it in modified hunters. They do. In the rider 6, they're going to accept it only if they're even. If they're running 4, 5 long and 1 short, no. On every line, no. Because that's a stride control issue with the rider. And the eye, the ability to measure. Riders have to be very good measurers. And that's where the consistency, you're not going to see the consistency in the smoothness. Okay, this horse got all the line distances. You know, got a little snug, but she rode up, you know, and he kind of jumped over towards the right. You know, the rider has, again, at the 6th level, they got to make that correction as it's happening. And that's what we have to train in them too. You have 3 seconds to make corrections. You know, if you're thinking of it, oh God, it's going over, but haven't done anything, he's really going over. So you got to, you know, you control the fight. All right, so, and then jumped a really nice oxer there, went up the outside line, swapped off. They're not worried about a swap off as long as they're not driving over to the outside corner of the jump. He had a swap off, you know, and I'd ask you about that. What could you actually do about that?
I could use my aids to keep him on the correct lead, and I can make this turn square to set him up properly so he doesn't feel imbalanced.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, you training straightness between the lines is a big, big thing when you come to this level. And again, that's just a pre-green horse. That's a pre-green horse that's actually jumped around a 2'9" course. So that's not, I mean, he is green. He is green. He did some jumpers this year. He did the 2'9" or 3-foot jumpers.
He did 1 3-foot and 2 2'9".
Yeah, so he's, you know, he's learning. He's a learning horse, this one, but very capable of doing a rider 6 and those little modifications we can fix. But that is a rider 6. Okay, so you see the depth of position, the more authority riding, made more corrections at the 6, and that's what we want to see. That average school horse that comes down here and adds every line, but yet does it so evenly and straight, you're okay, okay? Because they are out there, but you know what? They do a good job in the middle. They're straight, they're even number of strides, and that's quite comfortable. If it's a rider that's actually on a really big strided horse and that has gone down the lines and is adding because they're a little cautiously, you know, you're going to ask the question. The testers can see that, and they're going to ask the question, you know, is there something, how was your strides between the lines? And they'll say, well, I rode a little conservatively the first trip. I wasn't sure where he was at. I feel this, and you all, I mean, we'll give them another try. And then if they, you know what, if they come down the first line, they add up, and they're not, and they add up the second line, the third line, they're right on stride. Hey, you're good to go. But you gotta have the equitated position with the rider 6. At this level. All right? Any questions? Let's go eat. Thank you very much for actually staying with me, because you know what, we try to make it a half hour, but I'm long-winded, I'm sorry.